Okay, good afternoon and welcome to Iyun Shulchan Aruch. Today's siman is siman Chaf, number 20. We're talking about selling tzitzis to non-Jews, buying tzitzis from non-Jews. There's an obvious stira between halacha, aleph, and beis. In beis it says you're not allowed to sell a talis with tzitzis to a goy for various reasons. The main reason the Shulchan Aruch quotes is because he might dress up as a Jew and kill you, and become a terrorist, and take you into his car, take you away. Which is interesting, the Mishabura says it doesn't apply nowadays, but it really does apply nowadays. Um, and Aleph, we said that you could actually buy scissors from a reputable non-Jew. He's a businessman, he sells scissors in his store, among other things, or just sells scissors. And he claims, according to the Ramah, that he bought it from a Yisrael who's reliable. So then you can rely on him, and you can assume they're kosher scissors. You don't have to assume it was made by the non-Jew, or it was Taviyah wasn't done Lishma. How could it be? How does he have his hands on tzitzis if the halacha beis is not supposed to sell it to him? So there's actually machlokes in the Magen Avram and the Bach. The Magen Avram says, yeah, the answer is that he made it in halacha aleph. The Jew did an avera. He sold it to the tagar, and he wasn't supposed to sell it to him. But I prefer the answer of the Bach. The Bach says that this makes sense, a lot of sense to me, that someone who's a reputable salesman, he's running a real business, even if he's selling other things or just selling tzitzis. It's going to ruin his name, not only if he sells you something which turns out not to be kosher, but also if he himself uses it to dress up as a Jew and kill somebody, or he uses it to dress up as a Jew and be the prostitute and spread bad rumors about a Jew. I think that would also ruin his reputation. Also, I think that makes a lot of sense. Not just selling you sisters for not kosher, but if he does, these are really, he wants to mafarsem to, first of all, if he went and dressed up as a Jew and killed a Jew, that would be in the headline of all the newspapers. If he tried to spread rumors about a famous Jew and saying it was a prostitute, that would also be in all the newspapers, including the Sun and all. The Sun is a tabloid, but and even in the New York Times, it would be all over the place. It would ruin his reputation much more than if he sold you sitzes that were not kosher. So I think it's obvious. I think it's pashut, like the Bach, that this is not really a chiddush, but I'm just giving you why I believe the Bach is right over the Magen Avram. That really, and it makes sense. Why did it say b'di'evet? The halacha on aleph is b'di'evet. It doesn't say if he bought it ba'avera. And if he bought it ba'avera, that means he was engaged in isser. The Jew was doing an isser, and he was doing an illicit business deal with him. So obviously means you're allowed to sell it to a reputable businessman. You're not allowed to sell it to someone you don't know. Someone you don't know, he's not in the business of tzitzis. Why are you selling it to the guy? Obviously he has other motives over here. He's going to do something really bad with them. If he's a reputable businessman, he's selling it to make profit. So obviously you could do that. I don't know if this is related, but I was watching Ben Shapiro a clip on YouTube where he was talking about his position on gun control. He debated someone named Piers Morgan, a famous journalist, and he was saying his position was that gun control, has been a tremendous, even recently, among these mass shootings in America. Of course, the Republicans say the Constitution says your right to bear arms. Democrats want to outlaw guns entirely. He has a solution. Some say you should take away assault rifles. That was Piers Morgan, maybe, what he wanted to say. But Ben Shapiro says it's not really. There's just as many murderers, even more with handguns than with assault rifles. He was saying that we have to be more responsible in background checks and know who you're selling it to. Not just background checks, like psychiatric patients shouldn't be able to get their hands on guns, but also people that are not irresponsible people that are going to let psychiatric patients get their hands on guns should not be allowed. We should do more background checking and looking into that. That was his opinion, in order to reconcile the right to bear arms with practicality that there are so many shootings in America, especially these mass shootings. It's similar to the idea over here that you have a reputable salesman, someone who has a big business, has a profession. He's not going to lose his reputation to buy scissors which are not kosher. So if he has a good reputation, you can sell him a gun. If he has a good reputation, you can sell him tzitzis. If he doesn't have a good reputation, don't sell it to him. Know who you're selling it to. He might do something terrible and try to kill a Jew or to defame a Jew. So that would be pretty bad. But if you do the proper background check, then you can sell him the tzitzis, even though it could be used as a weapon over here to potentially kill a Jew. Same thing by guns. Supplying Ben Shapiro's logic into the svara of the Bach over here. I bet you didn't hear that lumdas anywhere else. Comparing fitting a Ben Shapiro into the Bach. For that alone, it's worth Ben Shapiro listening to my shiurim. I think he would really enjoy it. He mentioned, so in an interview yesterday, he said that what really interests him in learning, Gemara is too hard for him. I think he should come listen to my shiur because it's not so hard. But my Daf Yomi shiur, but he really likes learning halacha from the source, down from the chumash to the source in the halacha. And I believe this is exactly what I do during Shulchan Aruch. We quote the halacha, we take it back to the chumash, take it back to the Rishonim, the Gemara, and figure out how the Torah aligns with the Psak halacha at the end of the day. He really liked that. I feel that's also the truest form of Limud Torah because you're really going from the source back to the chumash. So Ben Shapiro, if you're hearing this year, go and follow my shiurim on Shulchan Aruch. Join the program. You join all the shiurim. Have a good day. We'll see you soon. Bye.